The serene morning of December 25, 2006, in a quiet suburb of Arizona, was shattered by a tragedy that would ripple through the community for years to come. This day, meant for celebration and joy, turned into one of sorrow and mystery as the news of Ryan and Heather's untimely deaths spread like wildfire. The couple, known for their vibrant presence and deep love for each other, were found deceased under suspicious circumstances, setting off a whirlwind of investigations and suspicions. As the community reeled from the shock, law enforcement began piecing together the events that led to this catastrophic outcome. Neighbors, friends, and family members were left grappling with disbelief and grief, struggling to comprehend how such a disaster could strike so close to home. The investigation would uncover layers of complexity involving emotional turmoil, hidden secrets, and a quest for justice that challenged the very fabric of the community's trust and safety. The incident not only captured the attention of the local media, but also sparked debates and discussions about domestic safety and psychological health. As details unfolded, it became clear that this was not just a simple case of tragedy. It was a mystery wrapped in personal conflicts and societal issues, making it a poignant story of love, betrayal, and despair. This narrative seeks to explore the intricate details of the case, delving into the lives of Ryan and Heather, the sequence of events leading up to the tragedy, and the profound impact it had on everyone involved. It's a story that combines factual reporting with a deep, empathetic look at the human elements involved in such a heart-rending incident. The day began like any other Christmas. Homes adorned with festive lights, children gleefully unwrapping gifts, and families gathering to celebrate the spirit of the season. In the heart of a suburban neighborhood in Arizona, the atmosphere was buoyant, filled with laughter and the sweet scent of holiday meals wafting through the air. Ryan and Heather's home, too, was brimming with anticipation of a joyful family gathering, their decorations a testament to their enthusiasm for the holiday. Neighbors described the couple as exceptionally spirited during the holiday season, organizing community events and participating actively in local celebrations. Their home, often the hub of gatherings, was impeccably decorated with a towering Christmas tree and twinkling lights that could be seen from the street. It was this setting of apparent normalcy and joy that made the events to follow even more shocking to those who knew them. However, beneath the surface of festive cheer, there were undercurrents of tension that few were aware of. Friends later recalled subtle changes in the couple's interactions, hints of strain that were easy to dismiss in the hustle of holiday preparations. These details, seemingly insignificant at the time, would later become crucial pieces of a complex puzzle that investigators needed to solve. As the day progressed, the initial cheer gave way to an unsettling quiet. Phone calls went unanswered, and the expected flow of guests began to dwindle, replaced by a growing sense of unease that something was amiss. This serene beginning, marked by celebration and community, was about to spiral into a scenario that no one could have anticipated. Ryan Thomas, a 35-year-old software engineer, was known for his analytical mind and quiet demeanor. Colleagues at the tech company where he worked admired him for his dedication and innovative solutions. His upbringing in a close-knit family instilled in him values of loyalty and integrity, which he carried into all aspects of his life. Ryan's hobbies included woodworking and hiking, often taking him into the tranquility of nature, where he found respite from the pressures of his job.
Growing up in such a supportive family, I've always valued integrity and loyalty above all. These principles guide me every day.
Heather Martin, 32, was a vibrant and charismatic elementary school teacher whose passion for education was evident in her enthusiastic approach to teaching. Her students adored her, and parents respected her for her ability to connect with children and foster a love of learning. Heather's background in psychology helped her navigate the complexities of her students' needs, making her a beloved figure in the educational community.
Every child is a unique puzzle, and it's my joy to help them find where their pieces fit in the grand scheme of learning.
The couple met during a community charity event 6 years prior to the tragedy, and their connection was immediate. Friends and family often spoke of their complementary personalities. Ryan's calm grounding balanced Heather's energetic spontaneity. Their marriage was generally seen as a happy union, filled with mutual respect and shared dreams of starting a family. Yet, as investigations deepened, it became evident that Ryan and Heather's relationship harbored undisclosed strains that had recently intensified. Financial pressures, career frustrations, and unmet expectations began to surface, painting a picture of a couple struggling beneath the weight of maintaining a facade of perfection. These revelations would provide crucial insights into their personalities and potential motives, framing the narrative of the tragedy in a new light. On the fateful morning when the silence at Ryan and Heather's home prompted concern, a close friend decided to check on them. What they encountered upon entering was a scene of chaos and despair that contrasted sharply with the festive decorations.
Ryan was found in the living room, a victim of multiple stab wounds, his body positioned near the beautifully adorned Christmas tree. Heather was discovered in the kitchen, with signs of struggle evident from the disarray around her.
The immediate scene suggested a violent altercation, with broken ornaments and overturned furniture marking a trail of the confrontation. Forensic teams meticulously gathered evidence, noting the positions of the bodies, the nature of their wounds, and the distribution of forensic materials like fingerprints and fibers.
This careful collection would later prove pivotal in piecing together the timeline of the events that led to their deaths. Investigators also noted the absence of forced entry, pointing to the likelihood that the assailant was someone familiar with the couple, possibly even invited into the home.
This clue redirected the trajectory of the investigation, focusing on acquaintances, friends, and family members, scrutinizing their interactions with Ryan and Heather in the days leading up to the tragedy. As the community watched, the serene image of their neighborhood was overshadowed by the grim reality of the crime scene. The contrast between the external holiday cheer and the internal scene of devastation stirred a poignant mix of emotions among neighbors and set the stage for an inquiry filled with more questions than answers. As the investigation unfolded, a figure emerged at the center of the suspicions: Mark, a longtime friend of Ryan and a frequent visitor to their home.
Initial inquiries revealed that Mark had spent part of Christmas Eve with the couple, leaving late in the night. His presence at the scene, combined with a complex web of financial and personal entanglements with Ryan, painted him as a key figure in the unraveling mystery.
Mark's own account of the evening was fraught with inconsistencies. Initially, he claimed to have left the couple in high spirits, but later, under rigorous questioning, he admitted to a heated argument that escalated beyond control.
This confession brought a dramatic turn in the case, shifting the narrative from an unknown intruder to a tragic fallout among friends. Further investigation revealed that Mark was in significant financial debt to Ryan, stemming from a failed business venture they had embarked on together.
This discovery added a motive to the growing list of evidence against him, intensifying the scrutiny on his actions and relationships. The emotional and psychological profiles of both men were dissected, with experts suggesting that the pressures of their financial and personal failures could have driven Mark to a point of desperation.
Mark's story, marked by initial denial followed by reluctant admission, added layers of complexity to the case, challenging the investigators to differentiate between truth and deception.
The arrest of Mark and the subsequent trial captured the community's attention, highlighting the profound impact of the tragedy on the local populace.
The legal proceedings were fraught with emotional testimonies, expert analyses, and media scrutiny, each unfolding in the shadow of the community's grief and shock.
The courtroom became a focal point for broader discussions on trust, betrayal, and the mechanics of justice.
Throughout the trial, prosecutors presented a narrative of betrayal, how personal and financial pressures had culminated in a moment of extreme violence. The defense, on the other hand, argued for leniency based on psychological distress and the complexities of Mark and Ryan's relationship.
This legal battle not only determined Mark's fate, but also held a mirror to the community's values and the vulnerabilities of interpersonal relationships.
As the trial progressed, it became a catalyst for change in local law enforcement procedures. The case highlighted the need for improved forensic techniques and more nuanced approaches to psychological profiling in criminal investigations.
These discussions spurred reforms that aimed to enhance the precision and empathy of law enforcement responses. The community, while divided in their perceptions of the tragedy, united in their desire for justice and safety. The shock of the incident lingered, prompting a re-evaluation of personal security measures and neighborly trust. In the aftermath of the trial and Mark's conviction, the community of this small Arizona suburb found itself at a crossroads. The tragedy of Ryan and Heather's deaths had exposed the fragility of the social fabric, prompting a collective introspection about community values, safety, and the nature of justice. Families reconsidered their relationships, often seeking closer bonds and clearer communication, driven by the stark reminder of how quickly circumstances could change. On a broader scale, the case became a touchstone for legal reforms, particularly in the areas of domestic violence awareness and the integration of psychological assessments in criminal investigations. These reforms aim not only to prevent similar tragedies, but also to ensure a more empathetic and thorough approach to justice, acknowledging the complex interplay of factors leading to criminal behavior. Emotionally, the incident left a lasting impact on those who knew Ryan and Heather, as well as the community at large. Annual vigils and community gatherings were established in their memory, serving as a testament to their lives and a commitment to preventing future tragedies. These memorials also provided a space for healing and reflection, where the community could come together to support one another in times of sorrow. The tragic tale of Ryan and Heather, thus, serves as a poignant reminder of the depths of human emotions and the profound effects of personal relationships on our lives. It challenges us to look beyond the surface, to understand the psychological and emotional currents that drive behaviors, and to foster a community environment where safety and empathy prevail. This story, rooted in tragedy, ultimately encourages a pursuit of understanding and reform, aiming for a future where such tragedies are less likely to occur.